Well, I thought it was a competitive game today. I think that Vermont came to play, and what they did on the face-offs just gave them so many possessions. We watched Vermont play earlier this week, and they put up 10 goals in one quarter, in the first quarter alone. So we knew they could score goals on offense. Fortunately, we were pretty efficient at our offensive end of the field. With 17 goals on 32 a shot, so we shot over 50% today, which is a good thing. I wish we had. Could have got a few more face-offs, and I think we would have put a couple more up on the scoreboard. But I credit their face-off man. He did a tremendous job today. And then I think at our defensive end of the field, Drake Porter really helped our cause, with the saves that he was making. I think he had 20 saves today. That was very big for us because they had the ball so much on offense. He was tested, and I think he rose to the occasion. Thanks.
All right, questions. We will start with John Eads and then go to Patrick Gunn next.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. Tommy Burke, like you said, tremendous day, 24-34 from the face-off X. What did he do that gave you guys trouble today?
Well, I think he just got in really tight on the ball, and we had some violations in the first half. So anytime there are violations on a face-off man, they don't want to get another violation that will put their team in a man-down situation. So you can hesitate a little bit. And he didn't hesitate at all. And he was very good at picking the ball up himself and protecting the ball and getting out. We tried to check him and knock the ball loose, but he got away from us a lot today. So my hat's off to him. I told Coach Fifes that they could buy him a big steak on me this afternoon because he did a great job.
Thank you. Next question will go to Patrick Gunn and then Andrew Crane.
Hey, Coach, so obviously Vermont got a lot of extra opportunities because of the face-offs, but they had 51 shots, and that turned into only 13 goals. What were you doing on defense that helped limit the counts?
I thought we played pretty well on defense considering the number of opportunities that they had, offensive possessions, as you mentioned. So I thought we did a pretty good job, and then I think when they did get their shots off, for Drake Porter to have 20 saves, that says something too. I think he was seeing the ball very well today, and I think we cleared the ball pretty well. Him finding the open man. We did have a couple turnovers off of clears, and I think at least two they scored on. So we can do a little better. We did such a good job with Virginia on that we could probably do a little better. But I think the defense, all in all, played pretty well considering how much defense we had to play.
Thank you. Next question will go to Andrew Crane and then Tyler Melito.
Hey, John, how important was it for Chase to get going offensively today? It seemed like he had struggled a little bit the past two games, even just finding a rhythm shooting-wise. Did you see anything different from him today? And I guess, like I said, how important was it for him to get going?
Yeah, we felt things later on this week in practice. The ball started to find the back of the net when he was shooting more so. So it was good to get him back on track today. I think he's been in, I'd call it a little bit of a slump with his percentages given the opportunities he had. So it was good to see him find the back of the net today. And I think that, you're going to see him even improve as the weeks go on here. It was important for him to get going.
Tyler and then Arrow.
Hi, Coach. Congrats on the win. Steven Rafe has 2 goals, 6 assists. What does he bring to the team in terms of his experience and leadership?
Yeah, well, he voted one of the captains this year, so that tells you what the team thinks of him on and off the field. And he'd been seeing the field really well. He's quick to understand offenses, and as a result, I think he knows where people are going to be open when he does have the ball in his stick. And there were some nice offensive plays today, and definitely his leadership on the field. He's a really good rider too. I think our attack rides well. So he's a pretty complete player, and he's definitely getting other players within our offense involved by finding them open and getting them the ball. A lot of times you get a player like that has good vision. The other players work harder off the ball to get open because they know he's going to find them.
Arrow?
Coach, I know you mentioned how much defense you guys did end up having to play. When they were back on defense, the kind of looks that Vermont was getting, were you kind of happy with how, I guess, the looks that they were getting?
I think, a couple times we could have done better. Again, I didn't see too many. I thought we did a pretty good job. They want to stuff the ball into the crease on their inverts. I thought we did a pretty good job of that, covering that up. There weren't too many inside shots. Against Army, there were a lot of shots from the doorstep, and we weren't giving our goalie much of a chance. Where today, I think we gave up more from the outside, which, when you've got a goalie like Drake, that's an okay thing.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next we go to Allie.
All right, I guess I'll be the one to ask it. So even though there are only a couple hundred people here today, what did it mean for you guys to be able to play in front of fans again for the first time in over a year?
Yeah, I think the players enjoyed that. I think they got a little bit of energy from that. A week ago we relied on our sidelines only to bring some energy for the players on the field. And I think that helped a little bit today. So it was a good start. It was just good to see people in the stands again, and hopefully there'll be more next week and more the following week.
Thank you. Next we go to Calvin.
Coach, Owen Hill's another great game today. What did you see from him, and how has he improved earlier in this season?
Well, especially the last couple of weeks, I've really see him get comfortable, and he's definitely been on an upswing, and he's finding the back of the net, and he's shooting at a high. I think he's at least 50% today, so that's a high percentage for most players, and his range has gotten better too. He's can shoot a little farther out, and with him, it's his quick release. The ball's not in the stick very long. Some players have to catch the ball and wind up, and it takes them time to get their shot off. It's just in his stick and it's gone. And with such a quick release, it's harder for goalies to find the ball.
Thank you. Next we got time for a couple more. First we go to Andrew.
John, just like possession-wise, when Vermont's able to kind of establish a slower pace early on, like much slower than you guys would like to play, what ways are you trying to speed it up, perhaps, when they keep winning face-offs and they keep kind of just running down the shot clock in your end?
Well, it's not easy to speed it up. That's not the tempo they want to play against us. And as you mentioned, when they get the ball off the face-off, that's just another time we have to play defense. And you have to be careful. One of the ways would be to pressure them more. But, you go out and pressure them, and now all of a sudden you're creating more offense. And, with the kind of shooters they have, I'm not sure you want to do that. And we put the ball, on the ground a bunch. One thing we have to do better is we have to do better with ground balls. There were some times where we could have picked it up off the ground, and we missed it and gave them the ball back. They scored a couple times on missed ground balls. So I can guarantee you we'll be doing more ground balls in practice this week.
Thank you. For our last question, we'll go back to Patrick Gunn.
Hey, Coach, Mitch got his first start of the season today. What did you see from him on defense?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Mitch got the start today.
Oh, Mitch, yeah.
How did he look today?
I thought he was pretty solid. He did a good job. He was good in the package. He played number 10 pretty well, and I thought he did good. He helped us in a clear. His communication was good with the rest of the group, and having him out there, he feels like he's been with us for a few years already. So very comfortable in the package, and the guys are enjoying playing with him.